Ayo, my name is Curci, and this is the review for Watch Dogs. Make no mistake, Watch Dogs is a good game that has a unique core gameplay mechanic, an awesome story, and an open world filled with enough stuff that will keep you occupied for hours on end. But there is one unfortunate fact about the game: it was overhyped. Since its initial reveal at E3 2012, Watch Dogs was named one of the most anticipated upcoming games. It was believed to be the face of next-gen gaming and a truly innovative title that would revolutionize gaming. What actually happened was that the game gathered an amount of hype that really doesn't hold up in the final product and might disappoint on a minor level. You play as Aiden Pierce, a master hacker who uses his talents to be a vigilante in the streets of Chicago. While his character is cool and has many awesome moments throughout the game, his voice acting just wasn't as good as it could have been. He has a very gritty and yet monotone voice that just doesn't get the job done, and at times when the dialogue demands more energy or emotion, the voice changed and to me came off as breaking character. As for the rest of the game's voice acting, I thought it was done very well. One of the characters in the game was Aiden's sister Nikki. While her character doesn't get much screen time, her voice actress does a much better job of delivery than the game's main character, and the same can be said for pretty much every other character worth noting. The game's story was overall an awesome and engaging one. With characters you learn to care about and of course a decent villain, I was thoroughly entertained and engaged. The story was a bit slow to start, but once it kicks off, Watch Dogs will have many moments that will have you feeling like a badass hacker. In Watch Dogs, the city of Chicago is connected by a CTOS, and this is where the game's foundation is. By using his phone, Aiden can tap into the electronic infrastructure of Chicago to do many cool things, such as changing traffic lights to cause accidents, tapping into the video feed of security cameras, set off explosions, cause total blackouts in sections of the city, get profiles on anyone you come across. This adds a whole new dynamic that is unlike anything previously experienced. Hacking is introduced straight out of the gate with some basic abilities, but after leveling up and unlocking the really cool hacks, that is when things really start to become fun. Watch Dogs is an open world game filled with many side quests to do that will keep you playing even when not in the story missions. You can either scan for these missions yourself by viewing the profiles of citizens or wait for the game to alert you when a mission becomes available. In order to make these missions available, Aiden will need to hack into CTOS towers and centers to gain access to the area and unlocking these extra side missions, as well as hideouts that are used to save the game or fast travel. Sometimes during the game, you are required to complete a hacking minigame that is essentially a puzzle to get data streams to a specific point. These weren't particularly difficult, but were annoying all the same. You can stop crime, ambush convoys, attack gang hideouts, or even invade another player's game in an attempt to steal their data. This was a feature I thought would have annoyed me, but turned out being one of my more favorite things to do in the game. This one-on-one experience is something that is truly different, and while probably won't appeal to everyone, it is at least worth a look. There are a few variations of these game invasions that you can do, but all will require a stealth approach, something that Watch Dogs did very well. The one time that the game required a stealth approach that I didn't exactly enjoy was when in the crime prevention side missions. When you really look at this side quest, they are all pretty much the same. Locate a potential victim or criminal, wait for the game to prompt you to intervene, and take down the criminal. What was annoying was that if the criminal is alerted to you before the game prompts you to intervene, the event fails, even if the criminal pulls out a gun. If you jump out too soon, you fail. But not all instances of stealth are like this. While there is a lot to do in the game, I also noticed a lack of satisfaction in the completion of quest lines. One in particular has Aiden battling against human trafficking, and the end result is just a completed mission notification. It was a bit disappointing that after all the time and effort I put into these missions, the game couldn't reward me with a story concluding cutscene. The combat of Watch Dogs felt very smooth and easy to grasp. It implements a focus ability that also slows down time for Aiden to get a precise shot. There is also a crafting system where Aiden can craft frag grenades, IEDs, blackout hacks, a hack that will automatically tag nearby enemies, and many more. While the combat and stealth was well done, the driving was a bit rough. I kept crashing into other vehicles and pedestrians on the way to my next objective. And while after playing for a bit I started to get a better grasp, it never really got any better. I eventually took a liking to motorcycles, which I found to be much more controllable. Watch Dogs may not be the faces of next gen. It may not be revolutionary. And while it isn't as innovative as many would have wanted, it is still a good game with a unique core mechanic that deserves a look. Some people will play it and like it for what it is, and others will play it and be disappointed at what it wasn't. Love it or hate it, to me, Watch Dogs was still a good game, even if it was overhyped. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.